Like, I don't like the original host. I can't bring myself to like him. I thought I would come to like him a little bit more when I read the extras. I don't. He was an a-hole before he ended up in the hands of his abuser. Like, he was an a-hole to the sack leader before everything between them went down. Like, he was mean. And then when he left his abuser's hands and finally came across the sack leader, he came across the sack leader while he was murdering people. Like, he was killing people and stealing from people. And the sack leader and him got out of his, original teacher's hands, and they escaped together back to the sack leader's sack, and he sits there and dogs the sack leader. The poor sack leader don't have a chance to explain himself, not a single chance, to the point he kind of gives up because he's not given a chance to explain himself. Like, he's horrible. And also how he treats the war god, how he's like, why do I have to treat him with kindness first when he terrorizes me? And the sack leader thinks in his head, he's like, dude, if you don't treat him bad first, or you didn't treat him horribly and vile every time you saw him, you dig into him every time you see him, he would have treated you with kindness beforehand. But you are just hateful. Like, it does show that he does get onto the original host's behavior, but he doesn't, fully put his foot down. And that just drives me insane. Like, I'm kind of giving, the Two-Faced Snake and the male lead's brother from Grandmaster Demonic Convention. Like, this is what the vibes are giving me. I thought that beforehand, but it's really, seeing their past, it's full-on giving male lead's brother and the Two-Faced Snake from the Demonic Convention. Like, it is terrible. The relationship's vile. Honestly, the original host did not deserve the sack leader. The sack leader did everything for him, even covering up the horrible abuse that he was doing to the students and everybody else, always being like, hey, everyone, please just give him a chance. Please understand that he's not, I know he's abusive, but please just keep you guys' mouth shut about the abuse, which made me sick that he always backed up his friend because he felt terrible he left his friend in that situation. But dude, the moment you realized your friend was abusive, you should have thrown him to the side. The moment you saw him treating his disciples the moment you saw him treating the war god that way, you should have put your foot down. You should have put him around your, on your lap and start spanking him. Because honestly, that's what the original host needed, was some good old spankings. And when he goes to the original host, when the original host is imprisoned and still tries pleading with the original host, being like, dude, please just finally admit the abuse you did. He still denies it. He still denies saying that he should have killed the male lead all those years ago when he first saw the male lead. This man is so sick and twisted. Even when the male lead comes to him, the original male lead, the original flavor, comes to him with just the sword of the sack leader, he still fully denies his death until the sword pieces are thrown at him, and at that point he can't deny it anymore. He can't deny his horrible personality. He can't deny that he got the sack leader killed. The sack leader, when he came to visit him in that prison, had begged him to kill him. Dude blames himself for how the original host turned out. I'm like, dude, yeah, you were enabling him, but honestly, his main issue was the fact he was the way he was before everything went down. You blaming yourself for how he turned out? No, he was already that way before he ended up in his abuser's hands, when you weren't able to come to him. Also, they have a talk about that where they're in the cave together. And again, he has a chance to explain himself to the original host, and he doesn't. And I'm sitting there just going crazy over it. This relationship was just bad. It was horrible. I don't like the original host at all. I'm still upset with this sack leader, but honestly, the original host didn't deserve him. Did not deserve him. This dude was enabling him, helping him, taking care of him, and he always slapped the sack leader in the face for it.